Hello everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. Have you ever felt this way? You resolve to wake up early for meditation, keep the precepts, or study the scriptures, but within 3 days, your mindfulness is gone? Yet, if someone mentions going out for a party or gossiping about worldly drama, you have enough energy to stay up all night without feeling a hint of fatigue. Many people call this poor self-discipline. But the Buddhist scriptures give this phenomenon a much more sobering name, karmic obstacles. Today, we are discussing a shocking case from the Malay. The protagonists aren't ordinary people, they are 60 Bodhisattvas. When Maitreya Bodhisattva brought them before the Buddha, they wept so uncontrollably they couldn't even stand up. Why? Because they realized they were critically ill, they couldn't internalize wholesome teachings, and they couldn't break their bad habits. Following a dialogue shared by the Buddha Activity Association of Australia, let's peel back the layers of these automated misfortune programs embedded within these bodhisattvas and within ourselves. Part 1. The clinical symptoms of karmic obstacles. The Buddha hit the nail on the head regarding these bodhisattvas' symptoms: heavy karmic obstacles, dullness of the faculties, scant wholesome roots, and the fondness for clamor and distraction. The master explains this brilliantly. They are useless at doing the right thing, but experts at doing the wrong thing. Dullness of the faculties. Don't mistake dullness for being stupid. The master notes that these people are incredibly clever and diligent when it comes to doing bad things. It is only when facing the Dharma or altruistic tasks that their 6 senses act like rusted gears they simply won't turn. Fondness for clamor. They love crowds, worldly gossip, and indulging in food and entertainment. Regarding practice, they simply cannot endure it. They are greedy for everything and attached to everything. The Buddha summarized this state in 8 words: engaging in the improper, forgetting right mindfulness. The master's insight: engaging in the improper means everything they do is what they shouldn't do. They trust their delusions, follow their feelings, and act on impulse with great confidence. They forget what they should do, and even if they remember, they can't follow through. This inability to hold on to right mindfulness is the quintessential karmic obstacle disease. The scariest part of this state is that while you know you should walk east, your feet insist on marching west, and they do so quite joyfully. Part 2. Tracing the cause, the poison of venting your anger. Why does this happen? The Buddha revealed the evil karma these 60 bodhisattvas created in the past. The sutra says, in the past, you created evil karma, using a joyful heart to vent anger, curse, destroy, and harm sentient beings. When we scold someone, destroy their reputation, or trip them up, do we feel a sense of satisfaction? That relief of venting your spleen is exactly what is meant by a joyful heart. The disciple asks, I was angry at the time, I yelled, and I felt better. Even if I created karma, I felt cleared in the moment. The master responds, yes, you felt cleared, but the karma was sealed. This is called trusting delusion and following impulse. Because you don't understand cause and effect, you follow your afflictions to create karma. That joy you felt while cursing is the pathogen. Remember, joyful cursing is the cause. Engaging in the improper is the symptom, the result. Because you enjoyed cursing people too much in the past, it is now difficult for you to practice. This is the definition of a karmic obstacle, the inability to practice wholesome dharmas. It's like a man without a tongue trying to speak. You have lost the capacity to do the right thing. Part 3. Case study: how jealousy triggers the misfortune program. The Buddha gave a specific example. During the era of Krakachang the Buddha, there were 500 bodhisattvas who were actually excellent practitioners. They were learned, kept the precepts strictly, and even practiced the difficult Jitanga ascetic rites. They were star students. How did they fall? The master breaks down the 3 steps of degradation. Merit-feeding afflictions. They used their strict precepts and high level of practice to fuel a massive ego. The master says, they used their merit to nourish greed, anger, and pride. They felt superior because of their skills. This set up the automated misfortune program. Even if it wasn't triggered yet, jealousy triggers the program. Then, to Dharma preaching beacons appeared. These 2 monks had great reputations, many offerings, and many disciples because they taught the sutras constantly. The 500 bodhisattvas, despite their own practice, had no fame or offerings. Intense jealousy exploded. The crime of severing wholesome roots to take down their rivals and steal their followers. They began spreading rumors. They claimed the two preachers were committing acts of lust. Consequently, the followers lost faith in the monks, severing their unspiritual wholesome roots. The master sighs, this is engaging in the improper. Their goal was simple, strike you down, show the fame, and gain become mine. Once the program starts, committing evil becomes automated, it's unstoppable. Part 4. The brutal retribution, the scar from hell to humanity. How severe are the consequences? The Buddha said they spent 600 years in the Avicii hell, followed by the Samjiva, Kala Sutra, and Talpana hells, millions of years in each. Even after leaving hell, it wasn't over. The disciple asks, the sutra mentions remaining karma and residual karma. What is the difference? The master's metaphor. Remaining karma, the prison sentence isn't over. You have to serve the rest of the time in other slightly less terrible places. Residual karma, the sentence is served, but the scar remains, like a deep wound that has closed but left a dark, ugly mark. When these Bodhisattvas finally return to the human realm, they will blind for 500 lifetimes. This is residual karma. Being born, dull-witted, lacking mindfulness, and physically deformed is also residual karma. You think you're beautiful now. In the Buddha's eyes, if you have any sensory deficiencies, nearsightedness, hearing loss, these are traces of residual karma. In daily life, this residual karma manifests as hardship in livelihood. Earning money is exhausting, living standards are low, loss of wealth, constant clumsiness, losing your phone or wallet, or even forgetting where you hid your own money. Lack of respect, people might be polite to your face, but they look down on you in their hearts. Part 5. Struggling in the Dharma ending age, eating even with teeth pulled. The most tragic part is that this karmic momentum continues into our current era, the Dharma ending age. Even when the karmic obstacles weaken enough for them to occasionally give rise to the light of wisdom and desire to practice, the result is still sad. Because of karmic obstacles, they quickly sink back down. As the master says, just as I light the lamp of your heart and turn around, your internal demon winds blow it out. You are immediately lured away by entertainment and food. Some people, to satisfy their gluttony, are determined to eat even if all their teeth are pulled. This powerlessness of one's own mindfulness is the heaviest karmic obstacle. Conclusion: how to delete the automated misfortune program. After hearing this case, you might feel afraid. These 500 Bodhisattvas were once elite practitioners. Yet a single thought of jealousy and slander led to millions of years in hell and endless residual karma in the human world. But the Buddha told this story not to scare us, but to urge us to subdue ourselves. The master's final advice: we must never follow our afflictions to create karma. These Bodhisattvas followed their afflictions to create verbal karma, leading to these symptoms. So, the next time you want to vent by cursing someone or gossiping, stop and think, is 1 second of satisfaction worth triggering an automated misfortune program that lasts millions of years? Eliminating karmic obstacles begins with not complying with the impulse to create karma. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.